For the first time in the Ukrainian conflict, a Russian missile is said by US intelligence to have landed in territory under NATO protection in Poland. But that report is being strongly contested tonight, especially by Moscow, which says no Russian missile has landed in Polish territory. During the day, Russian forces launched waves of missile strikes across a wide area of Ukraine, with many targeting energy facilities, leaving millions of homes without power. The Ukrainian authorities say that more than 90 missiles have been fired, but more than 70 have been shot down by air defense systems. Now, Ukraine's public broadcaster reported that the strikes had targeted Kyiv and the wider region, as well as Kharkiv, Poltava, Mykolaiv, Dnipro, and several other towns and cities nationwide, a very extensive area. Now, in that new development I mentioned tonight, US intelligence claimed that Russian missiles had hit a farm in a Polish village near the Ukrainian border. That's the village there, and it's right near the border, as we can see. Poland's Prime Minister has convened an urgent meeting of the National Security Committee. So we start tonight with this report by our international editor, Jeremy Bowen, who's in Odessa in southern Ukraine.
In the hours after the missiles hit, it wasn't clear whether the deadly events just inside the Polish border were a deliberate attack or something else, perhaps a targeting error or a missile malfunction. Russia's defense ministry denied any involvement, calling it a deliberate provocation aimed at escalation. Poland's National Security Council went into emergency session. The Poles are coordinating with NATO. Working out exactly what happened is vital. The North Atlantic Treaty says an attack on one member is an attack on the whole alliance.
Because of the seriousness of the situation that we're dealing with, the President has just finished a conversation with the NATO Secretary General. We are verifying the circumstances under which we might invoke Article 4.
It follows a day of missile attacks on Ukraine, one of the biggest since the war began. There were strikes across the country. This was Kyiv. Most of Ukraine's major cities were hit. Attacking the infrastructure of a city is a common tactic in war, trying to pressure a government by making the lives of civilians hard.
I am against the war, and people have to remember that you can't give life back. Those children who will never see their parents again, the children who will never be born, a generation is being lost.
Ukraine's President Zelensky called for action.
Firing missiles at NATO territory is a Russian attack on collective security. This is a very significant escalation. We must act. I want to say now to all our Polish brothers and sisters, Ukraine will always support you. Free people will not be broken by terror.